Her clothes caught fire. She suffered severe burns on her upper body.
The turning point, I would say, was the day when this accident happened, and it was 5th of September. It's one of my favorite days. It's Teacher's Day. It was also the day when my so-called divorce had happened. But never mind that. I was fighting for my kid, for the custody. I still am. As the days passed, I had no one to talk to, and I would like go and start complaining to God. Like, why? I have done nothing in my life to deserve this. So why? Why me? And from the diya, we have a diya stand, actually not a diya stand, because I was standing, and I'd say bowed down a little from my archel, the fire caught up, and I was too I would say numb to react. It's only when I felt the heat unbearable and I was saying, and immediately my dad, he came and he literally burnt his own hand. And when I was like, enough, I was back to my senses. I went to the washroom, opened the tap, sat just below the tap, and the damage had been done. 10 minutes flat, and my life was a different life.
Parijat came to me not only with unsightly burns, scars, but also scars which were causing a lot of functional deformities and disabilities. Her neck movement was restricted, her hand movement and the various shoulder movements were also restricted.
Mostly I see ugliness when I look into someone's eyes. I don't see it with myself. I don't have a mirror. If you look at here, you won't find a mirror. So when you're a burn patient, you're not just a person. You are everything plus your scars.
Like any other young and active person, she wanted to get back her life. And the only way I could give her back that active life was to bring back the normal skin that she had.
I was looking for this treatment. I didn't know what it was, but I knew there is a skin we get, and it is very new. He told me about this Integra, which is a kind of skin.
The only solution that we could think of was Integra.
When Dr. Chaudhary started saying about Integra, I literally had goosebumps.
Integra, it is artificial dermal matrix. Essentially, it is artificial skin which is genetically tissue engineered.
After many discussions and consultations with Parijat and her family about the complexity of the procedure and also the ordeal that she would have to go through in the post-operation period because of immobilization of her neck and arm, the big surgery was planned.
When we use Integra in such a large area, it's important to keep it in place, as the slightest of movement would cause shearing.
And so, Dr. Chaudhary and his team had to use over 900 staples to make sure that Integra stayed in place.
It was easier to put staples in while Parijat was asleep under anesthesia, but removing 900 of these staples one by one in post-operative period was a painful experience for her. She took everything in her stride and was laughing and joking all along.
People talk about miracles. They look forward for miracles. They believe or disbelieve miracles. I live one practically every single day of my life, and sometimes by the hour. So I feel truly blessed, truly blessed. There's this poem very close to my heart, Make Your Faith Take a Leap, a tribute to everyone who has struggled in life. I hope that it gives some inspiration. When somewhere within your heart a tempest rises and the tide of emotions takes you deep, let the calm of your soul nourish you and make your faith take a leap.
Max India Foundation was created to be the expression of the Max India group of companies to benefit a larger cross-section of society beyond just the patients of Max Healthcare. We support 4 NGOs, all on a health platform, as that is our core business. And being in the businesses of social good, being in the business of life, this was almost a natural. So I'm very pleased that in this instance, Max India Foundation has partnered with the SOS Children's Village, and in other instances with the other NGOs that we support, every time and all the time, in some way or the other, improving the wellness, improving the health, and improving the life of young kids to very senior citizens of our society, even beyond the age group of 80, where we have installed calipers and Jaipur foot on patients who have been 80 and 85 years of age. So I'm glad this outreach program is working.
One of the regions where we thought we could make an additional difference was in this field with Dr. Sunil Chaudhary. We decided to hold camps to identify children with cleft lips and cleft palate.
To understand how a cleft lip deformity actually is created, one would have to go to the time when the baby is in the making in the womb. There are 2 elements of the lip which essentially unite together to form a perfect lip. If one of the genetic switches goes faulty, the 2 elements fail to unite, and that's where a cleft lip deformity is created.
When children are born with an anatomical defect, one needs to have empathy towards this to understand that it starts affecting their life per se, their self-esteem, their communication social style, even their academic performance, their relationship building, their self-image. All these things actually take a beating.
We called the children and conducted health check camps. Dr. Chaudhary and his team checked the children, and we spoke to the families, gave them confidence, gave the children confidence that through these surgeries they would definitely lead better lives.
There is such a marked transformation from the before and after that sometimes it's hard to believe that these are real cases.
Every time after the surgery, when the parents catch the first glimpse of the baby with a normal looking lip, it brings tears to their eyes. These are the tears of joy.
A star will shine in the darkest sky, a way will come up if you try. If you believe, the invisible hand will lead you to the place you belong to. There never was a night the light did not shine through. There never was a tear God did not answer to. There never is a sorrow invincible by a smile. All good